Charlie Redmond started a little over 3 years ago. My mom had Alzheimer's, spent the last couple of years of her life in a memory care facility. And then my father-in-law had a stroke, needed 24/7 care, so he was in an assisted living facility. And we were always pretty disappointed in how they were taken care of. So we saw this as an opportunity to help other families avoid going through what we went through. A number of clients where the family members hired us, the client themselves were not terribly enthusiastic about it, getting in-home care, but getting feedback from the family. I got a text from one daughter about 2 weeks ago, called us angels and said we were godsend. So just being able to relieve that stress off of family members makes you feel good. We actually looked at two companies. I'd spent 30 years, my wife and I both spent 30 years in corporate America and had our fill of that. So the other company we looked at had a very corporate feel. They had a lot more franchises. We talked to a better solution. The first phone call, we talked to the CEO. Second phone call, we talked to Leah, the owner of the company. And it was much more of a family feel, less corporate, and they just made us feel a lot more at home. I think the small, not necessarily the smallness of the company, but the feel that it's more of a family, much more friendlier. We're all working together. The only competition between franchises is a friendly competition. We support each other. There's no backstabbing or anything like that. They're both positive. They both have different aspects. We went on the managed model because we hired a director of operations, and we wanted their San Diego's help and experience getting her started. And now that she's up and running and we're comfortable kind of going back to the operations model. So it's the operations model more hands off, lets us run it as if it's our own company, and we can set the pace, but when we need help, they're still there. Oh, I never would have started this business if I did it on my own. The biggest thing, starting off, getting licensed, my wife and I are both new to this industry, so we were completely clueless on what to do, how to do it. Kurt held our hand, went through a lot of the licensing procedure on our behalf. Without their help, we never would have got licensed, never would have got started, and just the support along the way. All we have to do is make a phone call and they're there. Basically whatever level we want. We can go completely hands-off where they basically run our franchise for us with a complete managed model. We can take as much an active part as we want, whereas we're running it on our own. So it's up to the owner to decide what level of support they want, and all they have to do is ask for it. If you're insistent on home care, I think ABS is a fantastic option. Be completely forewarned that home care is a tough business. It's a lot of work. Recruiting is one of the biggest pain points. San Diego can help with that if you want it. I wanted to take that on my own. I'm not sure the wisdom of that, but I'm still doing it. But yeah, it's a tough business, but if you're going to go with a home care agency, I would highly recommend ABS.